E nā mana, e nā reo, e nā iwi, e rauranga tirama, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Maloe lelei, ki orana, talofa lava, whakalofa lahi atu. Malo nei, ni sabula, namaste, assalamu alaikum, ni hao, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. It is a great time to be Labour. Thank you, Auckland, for your hospitality, and thank you, members, for a fantastic conference. It's great to be back with the people who carry our movement, who knock on doors, who pick up the phones and talk to people up and down the country about our plan for the future. To every one of you, thank you. Our members, our volunteers, our MPs who stand up for their communities every day, and to the remarkable people putting themselves forward to be Labour's next candidates, we will win. We can only win because of all of you. So, are we ready? That's what I thought. There is so much at stake when we vote next year. But our team is united, we are prepared, and we are determined. I am fired up, and our whole Labour team is fired up. We are ready to make history, and we are ready to make this New Zealand's first one-term national government. We're ready to build a better, stronger future for New Zealand. New Zealand simply cannot afford 3 more years of national. We've got 12 months to show New Zealanders a future worth fighting for. A future built on hope, on opportunity, and on the potential of every single one of us. Because right now, Kiwis are doing it tough. Families are worried about bills, about their jobs, about what the future for their kids looks like. And every day, this government delivers another short-sighted, mean-spirited decision that holds our country back. We've got a Prime Minister so out of touch that he lobbied for rates relief on his holiday home while pushing up the costs for everybody else. A Prime Minister who allows ministers in his government to sow division. A Prime Minister who blames young people for an economic mess that they didn't create and then tells them to move where the jobs are. Well, they are moving to Australia. Today, as they did yesterday, and as they will again tomorrow, around 200 New Zealanders will make the decision to leave the country. It is the worst it has ever been. In just 12 months, a record 73,000 Kiwis have left to look for work that should be available right here. These aren't just numbers. They're young people packing their bags because they don't see a future here at home. They're our future business owners, our entrepreneurs, our innovators. They're taking their ideas overseas. They're nurses, teachers, and police officers. They're skilled tradespeople, small business owners, and our creative talent. People who want to stay, but they feel they've got no other choice. And in the clearest possible terms, they are voting no confidence in Christopher Luxon and his government. I want everyone to know that under Labour, they'll be able to build a future here at home in New Zealand. National just can't offer that. We can, and we will. For 2 years, this government hasn't been focused on you. It's put energy companies, tobacco companies, tech giants, and property speculators at the heart of their decision-making. It's failed on the two things that it actually promised to do: grow the economy and fix the cost of living. National hasn't gotten the country back on track. They've derailed it. No government gets everything right, but it's rare to see a government get so much so wrong. So 2 years on, I ask all New Zealanders this: do you feel better off than you did 2 years ago? No. Is the weekly shop easier to afford? No. Are the bills any easier to cover? No. Is it easier to see a doctor when you need one? Under National, everything costs more and the future feels more uncertain than ever. People feel it when they're filling up the car, when they're paying more at the supermarket, when they're sitting around the kitchen table looking through all the bills and they're trying to figure out how to make it all add up. This is not bad luck. It's the predictable result of the political choices this government has made. Let's be clear. Trickle-down economics does not work. And New Zealand under National doesn't work. Far too many Kiwis under National can't find work. Christopher Luxon is out of touch and he just doesn't understand how tough it is for so many New Zealanders. He's making things worse and blaming everyone else except his own government. National's had 2 years and you've seen the results. More division, higher costs, a stalled economy. They don't deserve a second term. One term is all they are going to get. Labor's got a clear plan for the future. We'll grow the economy and lift living standards for everyone, not just a privileged few. In government, my team and I will go to work every day with a clear purpose: to make New Zealand a place where everyone can get ahead. We'll build a future where young people want to stay here and build their lives here. A future where everyone can afford to see their local doctor. Where a good job means a good life, with enough to cover the rent, the weekly shop, and those unexpected bills that pop up from time to time. Where everyone can afford a warm, secure place to live, and where the dream of home ownership is restored for the next generations of New Zealanders. Jobs, health, homes. More than a slogan, the foundation of a good society and the foundation of Labor's plan. I want to tell you about why this means so much to me. I was lucky growing up. I had two really loving parents who worked incredibly hard to provide a good life and opportunities for me and for my brother. They taught me the dignity of work, that if you go out and you work hard, you should be able to get ahead. And they worked incredibly hard. But one day when I was still quite young, and I remember this vividly, in the middle of the day, my dad came home in a taxi. He used to drive the work van home every day. We didn't take taxis in our house. He came home in a taxi because he'd just lost his job. After a lifetime of work, suddenly there was nothing. Like so many Kiwis in the 1980s, that promise of a job for life suddenly disappeared. Overnight, our family went from my dad's full-time income to having to make do on my mum's part-time work from home. Like so many parents across the country right now, my mum and dad worked incredibly hard to shield my brother and I from what must have been such a stressful time for them. But that experience left a mark. It taught me that work is more than just a pay packet. It's stability, it's dignity, it's the foundation on which families build their futures. So when Nicola Willis told people who have lost their jobs not to take it personally, I was disgusted. Because it is personal. When you lose your job, it's not just a number on the payroll. It's the mortgage or the rent. It's the power bill. It's whether your kids can keep doing the things that they love. Good, secure work is the difference between getting by and falling behind. And right now, far too many Kiwi families are doing everything right, but still struggling. Now, my family was lucky. My dad did get another job. Later on, he became self-employed. I've still got memories of him sitting at the dining room table with one of those huge big Casio calculators, you know, with the little printer roll, writing out his carbon copy invoices at night time whilst watching the TV. Mum and Dad worked incredibly hard to provide a good life to my brother and I, one that was filled with opportunities. And I am incredibly grateful for that and always will be. I want that for every Kiwi family. And right now, too many aren't getting that chance. They're working harder than ever. New Zealanders work some of the longest hours in the world, but they're not seeing the benefits from that hard work that they deserve. That's why I am so determined to make sure that people can see a future for themselves here in New Zealand, in the country that we all love. A future where if you work hard, you can get ahead. And Christopher Luxon and Nicola Willis are not offering that future. We will. Labour's plan for the future is about your future. We'll deliver a New Zealand where Kiwis can get ahead, support their families and build a future here at home, where everyone can see a doctor without worrying about what's in their bank account. An ambitious, wealthy country where that wealth is shared and where we invest in our potential. A country that rewards hard work and backs aspiration. I have never been more sure that we can build that future. But we won't be able to do it all at once. Some things will have to wait. Every promise that I put my name to at the next election will be a promise I know we can deliver on. Next year is our chance to turn the page. In 2026, we choose our future. A New Zealand where everyone has what they need to build a good life here. Good jobs, affordable healthcare, warm homes. Not for some of us, for all of us. We're a country of innovators. Where others see limits, we see opportunity. I believe in New Zealanders and what we can achieve when we work together. From foiling yachts and jet boats, electric fences and rockets, through to world-class animation and breakthrough tech. We've made impossible things feel normal before, and we can do that again. But right now, too many of our good ideas go unsupported, and our wealth is disappearing offshore. That's why the first step in Labour's plan is the New Zealand Future Fund. It'll back Kiwi innovation, support high-skilled jobs, and ensure that the wealth that we create here stays here in New Zealand. Where Christopher Luxon wants to sell our assets, we will protect them. Where he wants to sell us out to foreign investors, Labour will back our own people and our ideas. Where he runs the economy for a few, Labour will build it for everyone. We'll build an economy that lifts everyone, where young people can see a future, businesses can grow here, and New Zealand's success belongs to New Zealanders. A future made in New Zealand, by New Zealanders, for New Zealanders. But to build this future, we've got to have the courage to confront the choices that have held us back. No country has ever created more well-paid jobs or boosted productivity by locking up its wealth in property. Swapping houses with each other cannot be our long-term economic strategy. Deep down, even National knows that. Homes should be homes first, investments second. So Labour will introduce a simple, targeted capital gains tax. It'll only apply to the profit made on commercial and residential investment properties, and it'll shift investment into the parts of our economy that actually create jobs. As part of our plan to build a better economy for Kiwi families, the family home will always be exempt, always. Nine out of 10 New Zealanders won't pay an extra cent, but everyone will benefit from a stronger economy. Now, we know that for many New Zealanders, a second property has been one of the few reliable ways to get ahead and build security in retirement. People have worked hard, they've saved carefully, and they've made responsible choices. Labour's plan doesn't punish that. It sets better rules for the future so that we're levelling the playing field for Kiwi businesses. And it protects our health system, because every single dollar raised will be ring-fenced for healthcare. Including 3 free doctor's visits every year for every New Zealander. Let's be clear. No one can plan for the future if they can't afford to see a doctor. Affordable healthcare is fundamental to our stability and our security. And it's front and centre of tackling the cost of living too. Right now, our emergency departments are overcrowded because far too many people can't afford to go and see the doctor when they need to. Tens of thousands of people delay care just because they don't have the money. That's when preventable illness becomes serious illness and when people often end up in a hospital emergency department. It makes no sense to treat people that way. It doesn't make any sense personally, but it doesn't make any sense economically either. Fixing the health system will be at the heart of our next Labour government. We start by making sure no one ever has to choose between their health and paying the bills. And we will do it with this. This new Medicard means you won't need your credit card when you go to see the doctor. Under a Labour government, every New Zealander will get 3 free visits to their local doctor every year. That's a good start. But as anyone who's tried to visit the doctor recently will tell you, the cost is not the only issue we face. 1 in 3 people may wait more than 2 weeks for an appointment to see their GP. More than 1 in 6 are waiting 3 or 4 weeks, and in some cases they're waiting even longer than that. That's why Labour won't just make it free to see your doctor, we're going to make it easier and faster as well. Over the past few months, we've worked with experts on a plan to free up 4.5 million appointments every year through smarter digital tools and more efficient systems. But we also need more clinics, closer to where people live, run by the people who understand their local communities. So today I'm announcing the Family Doctor Loan Scheme. It'll give doctors and registered health professionals a helping hand in setting up new medical practices. The Family Doctor Loan Scheme will provide doctors with low-interest loans to help get them started. The loans will be interest-free for the first 2 years. And they'll be targeted to support communities that don't currently have GP clinics or where people can't register to see them. The Family Doctor Loan Scheme will support owner-operated practices, not big health corporates. It's the next step in Labour's plan to put family doctors and nurses back at the heart of our health system. It'll mean more communities have something simple but vital. A local doctor they can actually get in to see. If we're given the privilege to lead after next year's election, I'm committing to free doctors' visits, shorter wait times and care closer to home. It's time to fix the health system for everyone. Over the last few months, I've set out the first steps in our plan for New Zealand. A plan built on the simple idea that we can build our future here, where young people stay, where everyone can get ahead, where homes are more affordable, where seeing your local doctor doesn't depend on what's in your bank account, where the wealth we create here stays in New Zealand and works for all New Zealanders. New Zealanders deserve a government that backs them. A government that builds a future that everyone can afford. A country where hard work pays, where a warm home is the norm, and where 8 hours on the job is enough to provide for your family. A country where young people don't have to leave to get ahead because their future is here. A country that's more hopeful, more affordable, and more aspirational. Our next government won't just be a Labour government, it'll be your government, a government for all New Zealanders. It'll be the government of the construction worker and the nurse on the night shift, of parents juggling childcare in their jobs, of tradies and small business owners who are fighting to survive, of teachers and carers keeping our communities going, of the young people who deserve to see a future here in New Zealand. So today we start our campaign to build that future. A future made in New Zealand. In 2026, we can choose that future. A New Zealand where everyone has what they need to build a good life here. Good jobs, affordable healthcare, warm homes. Not for some of us, for all of us. In 2026, there is only one choice. Labour. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.